Good day, kids, and welcome to a new episode of Lulu's Friends. Today, our topic in this episode is going to be really interesting, which is going to be about the circus. But before we head to our topic, we're going to know more about our crew and how was their week when it comes into that. So we're starting with Melek. So Melek, how was your week and what did you do exactly?
My week was pretty busy because we had a couple of tests since we just started a new quarter and stuff, so it was pretty busy.
So it was really busy, and of course we wish you all the best luck when it comes into your exams. So also when it comes into Hajar, how was your week going?
Well, I'm preparing for my exams. I am doing my best to get a very high marks. And I just try my best to do a very good thing in my exams. So yeah.
So, of course, we would like to wish you a very good luck when it comes into that.
Thank you.
So, also, what about you, Karam?
Well, I'm also about to enter my exams, but before that, I decided to take a day off and go out with my friends. We went to this very fun shooting place where we were 8 people and we played 4 versus 4. It was really fun. I ended up being on the losing side, but I mean, I did well, so I'm just happy.
And I think the best part is for you having a break when it comes into the study part and school part in order to go back again with full of energy, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And of course, we would like to welcome with us Lulu's best friend, Layla, today in the episode, since Lulu is not in the country and she's having, let's say, a short vacation. So we'd like to welcome Layla. Layla, we're really happy to have you here.
Hi everyone, how are you?
We're fine, thank you. So, Layla, we have a question. How was your week going, let's say?
My week was so exciting because my baby brother was born 3 days ago.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank
It's really
you.
nice to see that.
Thank you, it was
Wow.
really exciting.
And it's a really, of course, exciting experience to get to know your new, let's say, baby born brother. So, of course, we wish you all the best when it comes into that beautiful journey.
Thank you.
And of course, lastly, we'd like to ask Judy when it comes into her week. So, how was your week, Judy?
So we just finished our quarter. I finished quarter 3 and we have a break. And then we're going to start quarter 4. I also met my friends.
Wow. So as I can see from all of you that all of your weeks are really busy when it comes into having exams and so on. So it's really great to see that all of you are working hard. And of course, we wish all the kids that are watching us, of course, the best luck when it comes into the school part, of course. So we're going to head to our first, let's say, break, and then we'll be back to continue more about our topic, which is going to be about the circus.
Hi Lulu friends, I'm Tala. Right now I'm here at the Golden Age Circus, but I'm at my favorite part where there are horses. Sadly I couldn't have any horse behind me, but I'm going to tell you about the horses that they have here. If you guys are guessing why do they have horses in the circus, it's because circus is actually about horses and clowns mixed together. It started at the 18th century when circus started. It was all about horses and clowns. That's why here at the Golden Age Circus, they have horses as their background and they also have them here. They have actually 6 horses here. Some of them, they have 2 black horses. So for the beginning, they actually get a girl that stands on both foot, one on the right foot on one of the black horses and the other one on the other black horse. And then she walks around with the horse doing some juggling and stuff. Isn't that really nice? And they also have another one where a girl actually standing on the horse and walking, and she's actually doing some acrobatics. I really was amazed when I knew that and I saw it. So that's what they have here for horses, and they actually they put them here. When they're tired, they actually sleep here, they do everything here. And some of them actually practice around there. And that's it about horses. Thank you so much.
And we are back, kids. Of course, reminding you of our topic for today's episode is going to be about the circus. The circus is a really wonderful and a great place for everyone to go there, of course, with their family and friends to see interesting shows and, of course, to see sometimes maybe wild shows and even funny shows. So maybe we're going to talk, let's say, with the crew themselves about, let's say, their experience when it comes into the circus. Maybe starting with you, Malak.
Well, surprisingly, I've never really went to a circus.
Really?
I just don't like circus.
Really?
I
Like,
don't.
you've never been, let's say, in a real circus and seen the shows?
I've seen like videos of shows, like my parents would go, but I wouldn't agree
Wow.
on going with them.
I think you should really go because it's a really wonderful and nice
Yeah.
experience for our kids, let's say, to be there and to actually enjoy that experience. So hopefully we'll enjoy doing it, inshallah. So what about you, Hajar?
Well, I went to like a real circus when I was 3 years old, so I don't remember anything at all. I would like to go there like again. So like, but I remember that I had a lot of fun, but I cried at the end. It was
I
so
think
scary.
most kids at the beginning, the experience of circus, they tend to cry and to get really
Yeah.
scared from the noise and everything. So, Karam, when it comes into the things that you like to see and maybe watching the circus, like maybe you can tell us about it.
I remember my experience with it was I went there kindergarten 2, I think, or kindergarten 1. I don't really completely remember it, and it was a school trip. And throughout the whole thing, I was fine until they started inputting smoke. And then there was this guy who dressed up as if a silly band, you know those that you just keep balancing?
Yes.
And he started moving around weirdly. He would start flipping and stuff, and I just started crying. And the clown came after him, and I started crying more.
You
And
were shocked,
it
let's
was,
say.
it was just horrific. But I mean,
Wow.
I think I would be better if I went now. I'm more mature a bit.
Wow, it's really, let's say, a circus is a really amazing experience. And I think most kids were, let's say, scared and shocked,
Yeah.
especially if you weren't associated with clowns, you've been, let's say, not associated with loud voice, lights, and everything. So I have a question, let's say, for Layla. Like, have you ever, let's say, or maybe had that fear of clowns, or maybe, let's say, some kind of shows in the circus?
I've never been scared of clowns. I love clowns. Yeah, but you know what I don't like to see? It's when the animals get treated badly.
Yes, yes, I really do agree on that because it's really hurtful to see, let's say, such beautiful animals are there and they're treated, let's say, people are treating them really badly, yes. So what about you, Judy?
Well, I never went to a circus, but like I went to a dolphin show, but it was only dolphins. Like I never saw anything from
Yeah.
like the main stuff and animals. But in the dolphin show, they had rings and they were like trained by their trainers. And every time they do something like a good move or whatever they trained them for, if they did good, like they give them like as a reward of food.
Oh, that's really interesting. So I have a really interesting question for you, which is going to be about clowns. So clowns were, let's say, appeared in a really, really long time ago. So my question is for you, like, do you know, let's say, where did clowns first appear?
I think it was in Europe. I don't know why. but,
Okay, Judy says in Europe. Anyone else has a different, let's say, answer?
Maybe Asia.
Maybe Asia. Uh-huh.
Maybe Europe too.
Maybe Europe. What about you, Karam? What do you think?
Possibly the Red Indians. I don't know.
Maybe. Layla, do you have, let's say, maybe an answer when it comes into when were the first, let's say, or where were the first clown appeared?
I have no idea, but I would think maybe in France. Because there
Maybe.
was a clown called Pierrot, and he's from France.
Maybe. Well, of course, I'm going to leave this question at the end of the episode to tell everyone about it. And of course, maybe I'll have, let's say, give the kids that are watching us some kind of time to think and evaluate, like, where were clowns first appeared. So also when it comes, let's say, now talking about clowns and the shows, like, Karam, as you said, you had the experience of being scared of clowns and everything. Like, why were you scared from clowns?
I mean, honestly, there's this basically very known stereotypical thing about clowns and how like, oh no, I'm so scared of clowns, and how everyone you'll ask them, are you scared of clowns? And they are. But I mean, I guess I was under the impression of this stereotype and that clowns were scary, but I don't completely know. It's just they feel so intimidating to me, and they're just they're used in very wrong situations, which make you think differently about them. That's why.
And especially that, let's say, most movies are associating clowns as being, let's say, creepy and scary. And sometimes parents also tend to use them as a scary way for you to go to bed or listen to them. So yes, I think that's why most kids are really scared of clowns. Well, when it comes into, let's say, my first experience when I was in a circus, it was really fun. I remember I was really mesmerized by the lights. I did not look at the show, I was looking at the lights. Oh, the lights is up there, the lights are there, you know? And then by growing along, I really liked the shows where actually people, let's say, jumping around, playing around and throwing things at each other, the kind of swings the players, they were up. You know, these kind of circus shows that I really enjoyed, and it was really amazing to see these kind of shows, of course. So we're going to continue, of course, more about the circus, more about talking about the types of circus, and let's say more experience, let's say, exchanging when it comes into that. But we're going to head to our, let's say, short break, and then we'll be back again.
Hello, I'm Fatma from the Touristic Enterprises of Kuwait. Welcome to our circus. The Golden Age Circus is a collaboration between TEC and the Buglioni family. The Buglioni family is one of the oldest and most famous circus families in France and in Europe. They've been in the industry for more than 8 decades. We worked with them to create and imagine an exclusive show for Kuwait and the touristic enterprises in Kuwait. They've been performing here in Kuwait at the Entertainment City grounds for the past 2 months and will be continuing till the end of this month. Our aim at TEC and our new direction at TEC is to provide offerings to all of Kuwait, especially the families living here in Kuwait, from expats to locals to everyone living in our country. The reason we chose the Entertainment City to be our location is because of the space. For a circus of this size, requiring at least 3 tents, one for the VIP guests, one for our general guests, and one for the performers' rehearsals, as long as the circus itself. We needed a space as large as the one we have right now, and the artists needed accommodation. Their accommodation is also here in Entertainment City, which is close to where they perform on a daily basis. Every project has its difficulties, whether external or internally. We're glad that we overcame all our difficulties through collaborating with different government entities. We would like to extend our thanks to different government ministries that helped us make this circus a success. There are many more future plans coming your way from TEC. One of them is right after Ramadan. Our new renovated swimming complex will be opening, as well as our new water adventure game. Please stay tuned with us.
And we are back again. We would like to remind you of our topic, which is about the
Circus.
Excellent. So Judy, when it comes into the word circus, like, I think you have a background about it. Maybe you would like to share it with the kids.
So the word circus comes from the Latin, it's a Latin word which means circle or ring. And also another fact is the circus are over 2,000 years old. And we know that it comes from the word circle or ring because usually in circus they always put rings and make animals jump in it and like make cool movements. So I guess this is why they named it circus.
Wow, yeah, I really do agree with you on that. And it's really nice, let's say, information when it comes into the word itself and the origin of the word itself. And it's really, let's say, important for us to learn more about the places that we like to go, we would like to visit, and so on. So also when it comes into types of circus, like, do you have, let's say, any kind of ideas when it comes into the types of circus?
There are actually some circuses, the normal stereotypical circuses which have the big red and white circle tents and animals and elephants with balls, and
Yes.
this is the normal circus that everyone knows, and that if you say circus, that's what they'll definitely pop into their head. But there have actually been circuses who don't even have those tents and tend to more have a different way of expressing happiness and colorful things by water, maybe sometimes, by many acrobatic stunts, and they don't necessarily need to have those tents. There have been, like, the circuses have been upgrading so much and have been using technology and much of this advanced movements and all that to increase their, like, their way of profession and how how professional their act looks like. And it's really, really interesting how everything's actually been modified and been like upgrading with all this new technology.
Yes, and I really do agree with you, because if you go back, let's say in time maybe, and look at the pictures of the circus before and now, you would see how different is it from before and now. Like, as you said, the development of it, more modernized, more technology is in it, more, let's say, of gymnastic and these kind of shows. So it's really interesting to see that. So Layla, I've heard that, let's say, you had a really great story when it comes into you being experienced with the circus. So you would like to share it with the kids.
Yeah, I actually did. I was traveling with my mommy and daddy, and when I was looking out the window, I saw an elephant. And so I thought it was a real wild elephant, and I went to run to see it, and it turns out to be a circus elephant. And then they let me ride on it, and the circus people were so nice. They invited me to spend the whole day with them. I watched them practicing, and I had lunch with them in their trailers. It was amazing.
Yes, it's really nice and amazing experience, and to have the chance to, let's say, be associated with the circus crew itself, and looking at, let's say, their life and what they're doing, it's really, of course, great and amazing. So Melek, as let's say you said you've never been to a circus, and you've never, let's say, been in these kind of shows. Like, maybe you can talk about the circus that you maybe you've seen through, let's say, some kind of videos or some kind of, let's say, shows.
I saw like animals, you know, like the bulls. I don't know what they're called, but like the men who like treat them badly. I guess that's what I hate the most.
Yes.
But I also saw like really cool lights with like they were rabbits who were like jumping and stuff.
Yes.
It was really cool.
It's really cool, as you said, is when you train animals to do, let's say, some kind of tricks, some kind of nice shows. It's really amazing. So what are the types, let's say, that circus you'd like to see? Like the ones that have lots of animals, or the ones that say that has lots of gymnastic and acrobats shows? Let's say maybe with you, Judy.
I like both, but like I prefer the ones with people. I think like they look cooler as like they are chained, and maybe they won't be treated badly because like they're humans and not animals, and you can't control a human.
Yes. So what about you, Hajar? Like what is the most interesting part of the circus that you like?
For me, I really like the moves that they do, so I like the gymnastics the most. But like sometimes into animals, as Judy says, like they treat them badly just like to get the people to see their show. Well, I see that is very wrong, because they also have feeling. And like actually, like if you're a Muslim and you want like to run a circus, you have to treat them and you have to take care of like their emotions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, really, I do agree. Of course, when I was, let's say, young and been associated with circus and going through shows and looking through, let's say, different kind of circus shows, I remember the part where there were lions. And there were, like, say, rings of fires, and lions were running from a ring to a ring, and it was really interesting and scary to see a huge lion running in the circus and exactly in front of you. Of course, they were, like, let's say, some kind of protections, some kind of, let's say, rounded cage, and the trainer was there, and to see the trainer standing over there with the lions, and the lions were running, it was really amazing and a really nice experience. Like nowadays, I'm not associated with with what's happening with the circus, but I've never heard, let's say, so far lions are, let's say, back here in the circus and being presented in shows, maybe because it's kind of dangerous. Some kids are maybe scared of it. So yeah, but also when it comes into seeing the ones that actually, as you said, Judy, with the humans and being, let's say, showing their gymnastic parts and playing acrobats, it's really amazing and it's really great. So of course we're going to continue more when it comes into the circus, but we're going to head to a break and then we'll be back again.
Hello guys, my name is Wafan. Right now I am in the rehearsal room. In the rehearsal room, the circus kids and people, they rehearse for the show. Also in the rehearsal room there are many tools to practice with, such as the trampoline, motorbikes and the rings. They eat like normal people eat, and they have a makeup room and many other rooms in the rehearsal room. And right now kids are practicing, so when they grow up they can join the circus. Now I just finished my segment, but don't log off just yet. We're gonna go to Tala now with another segment.
Hello, my name is Victoria Buglion and I'm the executive producer of Cirque Madonna Buglion, who came in Kuwait thanks to TEC to share what we love the most, the circus. For me, the circus is a matter of family. So I was born in circus, and I think that circus is having fun to share with as much as people we can do. So the Golden Age Circus includes many different acts. We have a lot of acrobats, from horse to French swing, to straps, to aerials, to clowns. So it's you will find a lot of different acts which fits for everyone, and we have a lot of choreography. The most risky and the most stunning and amazing act is definitely the Wheel of Death. It's the last act of the show, and it's like really dangerous, and there are two acrobats who are doing acrobats on the Wheel of Death, and they are 12 meters high. The safety precaution will be first work training for a life. And the acrobats work every day and rehearse every day to make them safe during the act. I'm very, very happy to be in Kuwait to share that pure moment of circus, and I really enjoyed it. And definitely Kuwaiti public is one of the best in the world.
And we are back again in Lulu's Friends. Of course, we'd like to remind you again that our episode or our topic today is about the circus. So we're talking about types and talking about your own experience. But let's talk about movies and theaters and the kind of movies that included circus in, let's say, the theater itself. So maybe Layla would like to share some of, let's say, the movies that you've seen about circus.
Yeah, I know a cartoon. It's called Dumbo. It's really, really, really old.
Yeah.
But I like it because it's about elephants.
And it's a really nice movie. Like I've seen it, and I think the character of the elephant had really big ears, and he wanted to fly, something like that. Like it was, let's say, really kind of an old cartoon. And I think if you've never been associated with such a cartoon, you have to really give it a try and watch it. It is a really amazing cartoon which talks about an elephant, small, really young elephant, and his experience over there. And it's really nice, especially if you like elephants. So what about, let's say, what about you? Like, Malak, have you been like associated with, let's say, movies that has or mentioned even circus?
I've always wanted to go to a circus, but yani, I found it. I didn't find it. I didn't find
Yes.
it that. I don't find it
Find
that
the time
fun.
maybe
yeah.
for it. Yes.
But I have watched a couple of movies, but these days I don't really watch circus
Yes.
movies. I'm mostly into like horror and stuff.
Horror
so
and
it's
stuff.
not.
Wow.
Yeah.
So maybe you're associated with clowns.
Yes.
More
definitely.
yes. So of course, when it comes into circus, one of the most interesting also movies that actually been in the theater recently, I think in December, it was about The Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
It's a really great movie. Like Judy, have you, let's say, seen it?
We had like in a school like a movie day, and then one of the teachers showed it to us. Like we saw half of it, but like it was really like a really nice movie. Like it has like a goal, like
A moral
Yeah,
for it,
like
yes.
you don't have to be rich to do stuff. You can do stuff by your own, like and a big imagination.
Yes. And let's say, who else watched this movie?
Me.
You, Hajar? Yes. Talk
Yeah.
about it.
Well, I really like the music in it, and I really like the musician there. Like you feel like they really do like the circus, so they just work for it. Like it's their dream job.
And it's like their second home. Yes,
Yeah.
really do. So, Karam, have you seen the movie or not yet?
I haven't seen the movie, but I do recall watching Madagascar 3.
Wow.
The movie was really, really inspiring. I'm not gonna lie. It's not, the plot doesn't match the plot of Madagascar 1 and 2.
Yes.
But the whole plot is about the circus and how they were running away from hunters, and they got into the circus train and they met the circus actors, and all the circus actors were animals, but obviously it's just because it's a cartoon, it was an animation. Everyone there was like animals. You know Madagascar, that's how it goes. And it was a very, very nice movie showing that even if you fail, you should keep trying. The same way the tiger, when he failed doing his stunt, and in the end he actually ended up succeeding and doing it. So it's very, very like inspiring for kids, I think, to teach them in such an early age the moral of never stop trying, and
Yes.
don't let failure make you scared of actually trying to do something that you want to do.
Yes, and of course, when it comes, as you said, this is kind of an animated movie, and it's really great to reach kids through these kind of movies, of course. But when it comes into adults, like going back to the Greatest Showman, of course, it's really important, and the message that they were sending is do not care about, let's say, the looks, and you don't have to judge a person by his look, because you judge it by, let's say, maybe he's, let's say, not really interesting, maybe he has some kind of, let's say, problem, whether it was with his body or something like that. But this person could be really talented, and you would be really amazed by the amount of talent that he has itself. So, Leila, maybe you would like to tell us more about, let's say, your view when it comes into the movie.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I did see the trailers, and I think it's about a guy called P.T. Barnum, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and all I know about his circus is that he had this menagerie, it's called, of strange things and strange people. I find it a little bit sad, though, that people like to look at other people just because they look different.
And of course, this kind of movie is actually based on true events. Like, it's a really true event story about P.T. Barnum, the one who created the, let's say, the first showman who created shows that included, let's say, humans with let's say, some kind of, we don't want to say that they really looked awful, but they had, let's say, had some kind of things within themselves, whether their looks, whether, let's say, their bodies and so on. But what was really interesting is the people that they presented in the movie were also real. Like the tall man, the twins that were, let's say, not separated, like where they're stick together. Everything in the movie was exactly coming from true events. It's really interesting when you watch the movie and you go look it up, because I was really, I thought it was a movie and I was like, it's something fictional. But when I saw the pictures matching with the characters, it really shocked me. So it's really amazing to watch these kind of movies, especially when it's about, let's say, as you said, has really moral lesson, moral value in it. It's really important for everyone to watch and enjoy, of course, watching with the family. Of course, we're going to continue more, but we're going to head to a break and then we'll be back. And we are back, kids. We're going to know more about the circus, of course. And we have with us Judy, who would like to share with us some kind of facts when it comes into that matter.
So in circuses, like before they go to the show, it's considered two things that's a bad luck. So whistling backstage is bad luck, and also eating peanuts. They never do that because they consider that like the biggest bad luck you can have. But about the good luck, they say that if you cut like the elephant's tail, or like not the whole thing, like the hair of it, and put it in your pocket, this is considered as good luck.
Wow. Wow, that's really interesting fact. Like I've never thought about it. Like I've always associated eating peanuts with the circus. Like you eat peanut in the circus, like and now I know it's like a kind of a bad luck. So yeah, it's a really interesting fact. Thank you very much, Judy, on that fact. So of course, when it comes into, let's say, the things that you would like to see in the circus, we're gonna take from each one of you, let's say, some kind of view that you would like to see these kind of things in the circus. So Malak, since you've never been associated with the circus and never seen or had the experience of circus, what will, let's say, the circus add in order for you to go there and enjoy watching the circus?
Probably more animals. Like I really like animals, and I think that I have no problem watching them 24/7 every single day, because I just love them, and that's my favorite thing about circuses.
Well, that's really interesting. I really do agree with you on that, because you just remind me before, like when we were young, there were some kind of, let's say, scary animals, like let's say snakes. They used to bring a really long snake and put it on your neck, and you could take a picture with it. So that was a really interesting phase when it comes into the circus. So what about you, Hajar?
Well, for me, as Malik said, like I really like animals, so I really want to see like more animals. But the most important thing that they should treat them in a very good way, so they can like just listen to you and do what you want.
Yes, indeed. And what about you, Karam?
I would agree with them with animals, but not any animals. I don't really like mammals. I would like to see more oceanic animals. I really like the ocean and how deep and mysterious it is. So I like to see more about those animals, such as seahorses, maybe
seals,
like
maybe.
Yeah, seals. Like I really like to see that type of animal show like that.
Yes.
But I don't really like how seals are used in circuses, as they're put so much pressure. They're out of their habitat. They need to start blowing on like pumps. I don't completely agree with that type of stunt or show. But if people like, I don't know how people actually have fun watching it, but that's just me. That's my opinion.
Yes, I think everyone has his own, let's say, ways in looking and preferring to enjoy the show. So yeah, that's your own point of view, and really, let's say, respect it, of course. So what about you, Layla?
I think it would be nice to have more magicians.
Magicians, yeah, that's really
I
nice.
love optical illusions.
Yes, that's really interesting. That would really be a really interesting circus itself. What about you, Judy?
I don't really agree with having that much animals in the circus, unless they were treated in a really good way. But I really like to see like more people doing gymnastic skills or like acrobatic skills that like are really cool, because I saw people that like two pairs together that like use the thing, I don't know what it's called, but like they put it up and then they swing on it and they catch each other from their legs and stuff. So this was a really weird thing.
That's
but
also
it was
my
so
favorite,
cool.
of course, part. Yes, I really do agree with you. So when it comes into our question, which is about where were clowns first appeared, are you ready for the answer?
Yes.
So the first clowns were appeared in the ancient Egyptians' time. Like that old they were. See? So that's really interesting, right?
Yep, definitely.
So of course, kids, we hopefully you enjoyed watching us today when it comes into our episode about the circus, and of course when it comes into knowing where clowns were found. So again, where were clowns found?
Ancient Egyptian times.
Excellent. So with that, hopefully you enjoyed, and join us again in another episode. Until that time, let's say enjoy your day and bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.